Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. Psalm 104, NI 5. These words beckon us to a life-altering journey, a journey into the heart of God's presence. They invite us to step out of the ordinary and into the extraordinary, to exchange our worries for wonder. Imagine a majestic gate adorned with intricate carvings and shimmering gold. This gate is not the entrance to an earthly palace, but to something far grander, the presence of the Almighty. And the key to unlock this gate? Thanksgiving. It's the passport that grants us access to his boundless love and grace. As we approach this sacred threshold, let us not come empty-handed. Let our hearts overflow with gratitude for his countless blessings. The air we breathe, the love that surrounds us, the gift of each new day. For in gratitude we acknowledge his faithfulness and open ourselves to the transformative power of his presence. The world outside those gates can be a noisy, chaotic place. It bombards us with worries, doubts, and fears. But within his presence, there's a stillness, a sanctuary where our souls find rest. It's a place where we can lay down our burdens and simply be enveloped in his unconditional love and acceptance. Imagine a warm, comforting embrace. That's what his presence feels like. It's a refuge from the storms of life, a shelter in the time of trouble. In his presence, we find solace for our weary souls and strength for the journey ahead. But how do we enter this sacred space? It begins with a conscious decision to shift our focus from the worries of this world to the wonders of his grace. Gratitude is more than just a feeling. It's a way of life. It's about recognizing the good in our lives, both big and small, and acknowledging that every good and perfect gift comes from above. When we cultivate a grateful heart, we open ourselves to experiencing his blessings in even the most mundane moments. Think of your life as a beautiful tapestry, woven with threads of joy, sorrow, love, and loss. Each thread, no matter how insignificant it may seem, contributes to the overall beauty and complexity of the design. Gratitude allows us to appreciate each thread, to see the hand of God at work in every detail of our story. Start by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, jot down a few things you're thankful for. As you make this a regular practice, you'll find yourself noticing more and more things to be grateful for, and your heart will overflow with joy. If gratitude is the key that unlocks the gates to his presence, then praise is the song that fills his courts, echoing through the heavens. It's the language of heaven, a symphony of adoration that rises from hearts overflowing with love and gratitude, creating a melody that transcends time and space. When we praise him, we're not just singing songs. We're declaring his greatness, his faithfulness, and his unwavering love. Each note, each word is a testament to his glory. Imagine a vast cathedral, its walls adorned with stained glass windows depicting scenes from his word, each pane telling a story of his grace. As sunlight streams through the windows, it paints the room in a kaleidoscope of colors, illuminating the beauty and majesty of his creation, reminding us of his omnipresence. That's what our praise does. It illuminates the world around us with his glory, reflecting his light into the darkest corners of our hearts, bringing hope and joy. Praise is not confined to church walls or Sunday mornings. It's a way of life, a continuous expression of our devotion. It's about finding reasons to celebrate him in every season, in every circumstance, recognizing his hand in all things. When we face challenges, we praise him for his strength, knowing that he is our rock and our refuge. When we experience victory, we praise him for his faithfulness, acknowledging that every good thing comes from him. And when life throws us curveballs, we praise him for his unwavering love that never fails, a love that sustains us through every storm. The Psalms are filled with testimonies of God's goodness, accounts of his faithfulness, and declarations of his power. These ancient hymns and prayers have been a source of comfort and inspiration for countless generations, reminding us of the enduring nature of God's love and strength. These ancient words remind us that we serve a God who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. His capabilities are beyond our comprehension, and His plans for us are filled with hope and promise. And as we delve into these sacred texts, we encounter a God who is not distant or uninvolved, but actively engaged in the lives of those who love Him. He listens to our prayers, understands our struggles, and walks with us through every season of life. Think about the stories you've heard or read about God's miraculous interventions. These stories are not just ancient tales, but living testimonies of His power and grace. From parting the Red Sea to calming the storm, His mighty deeds are a testament to His sovereignty over all creation. From healing the sick to raising the dead, His compassion and power are evident in every miracle. His power knows no bounds. It stretches across the heavens and reaches into the depths of our hearts. And the same God who worked wonders in the past is still working wonders today. His presence is as real and powerful now as it was then. We may not always see His hand at work or understand His ways, but we can trust that He is always working behind the scenes, orchestrating our lives according to His perfect plan. His wisdom and timing are flawless, but we can trust that He is always working behind the scenes, orchestrating our lives according to His perfect plan. His wisdom and timing are flawless. And when we choose to focus on His faithfulness, we'll begin to see His hand at work in our own lives, even in the midst of trials and tribulations. His love and grace will become evident, guiding us through every challenge. Thanksgiving is more than just a polite gesture. It's a transformative practice that has the power to change our hearts and minds. When we choose to focus on the good in our lives, no matter how small, our perspective shifts. We begin to see the world through a lens of gratitude, noticing the countless blessings we often take for granted. Imagine a glass of water. To someone dying of thirst, that glass represents life itself. To someone who has access to clean, drinkable water every day, it might seem insignificant. But when we cultivate an attitude of gratitude, we learn to appreciate even the simplest of blessings. As we make Thanksgiving a habit, something remarkable happens. Our hearts become more content, our minds become more peaceful, and we find ourselves experiencing joy that transcends our circumstances. Praise is not just something we do, it's a reflection of what's in our hearts. When our hearts are filled with gratitude and love for God, praise flows naturally from our lips. It becomes an overflow of the joy and peace we experience in His presence. Imagine a child who receives a gift they've been longing for. Their eyes light up, a smile spreads across their face, and they can't help but express their excitement and gratitude. That's what true praise looks like. It's an authentic, heartfelt response to the goodness and love we've received. Cultivating a heart of praise takes practice. It's about making a conscious effort to focus on God's goodness, His faithfulness, and His love. In a world obsessed with the past and anxious about the future, finding peace can feel like an elusive dream. But the truth is, peace is not found in perfect circumstances or a life devoid of challenges. True peace is found in the present moment, in the presence of the one who holds our future in His hands. Imagine a tranquil lake, its surface like glass, reflecting the beauty of the surrounding mountains. As you gaze upon its stillness, all your worries seem to fade away, replaced by a sense of deep peace and tranquility. That's the kind of peace we experience when we choose to dwell in His presence, to let go of our anxieties and trust in His perfect plan. The key to finding peace in the present moment is to surrender our need for control. It's about trusting that God is in control, that He knows what's best for us, and that He's working all things together for our good. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to let our relationship with God take a back seat. We often find ourselves overwhelmed by the demands of work, family, and social obligations. We get caught up in our to-do lists, our commitments, and our never-ending pursuit of more. The constant pressure to achieve and succeed can make it seem like there's no time left for spiritual growth. But the truth is, our relationship with God should be our top priority. It's in those quiet moments of reflection and prayer that we find true peace and purpose. It's the foundation upon which everything else in our lives should be built. Just like a house needs a strong base, our lives need a spiritual foundation to thrive. Imagine a beautiful garden filled with vibrant flowers, lush greenery, and the sweet aroma of blooming blossoms. This garden represents the potential beauty of our spiritual lives, but without proper care and attention, that garden will soon become overgrown and neglected, its beauty hidden beneath weeds and thorns. Neglecting our spiritual life leads to a similar decline. Our relationship with God is much like that garden. It requires regular nurturing, attention, and consistent effort to flourish. It requires nurturing, attention, and consistent effort. We need to cultivate it with love and dedication. We need to make time for Him, to prioritize our relationship with Him above all else. This means setting aside moments in our day specifically for spiritual connection. This doesn't mean we need to spend hours each day in prayer and Bible study, although that's certainly a wonderful goal. Even small, consistent efforts can make a big difference. But it does mean we need to be intentional about carving out time for Him in our busy schedules. By doing so, we ensure that our spiritual garden remains vibrant and full of life. Thank you for watching and reserve to subscribe.